sometimes with a bad function, person who doesn't eat a lot doesn't have a good metabolism, and so they get fat. On the other hand, people who eat a lot doesn't get fat, and it could be a reason that is mixed with environmental and the psychological factors. Yeah. Psychological factors, the experts think that is the most important factor. Well, this has a lot of reasons, and I think that it has to be with the extensive trainings and the routines that they have in their sports. Sometimes in the gym, the trainer is very hard. They sometimes are like exposed with bad relationship with their parents, with an obsession for that their son get a better in their sport. They since childhood begin to work harder every day, every month, and get an obsession with their image. Big obsession with the image unleash a lot of another causes. Well, since these causes, the person begins to compare itself with another person, with a personality, or with a mate in the sport that they made, and begin to get obsession as a symptom and a cause to get more corporal weight sometimes, or less corporal weight, as in this image. In the media that they are involved, sometimes the trainers and the mates begin to send recommendations of food that proteins could be better to do muscle, or you can eat some kind of food because it will make you fat and you will probably not be as good as you are. And this disinformation causes a lot to a very exclusive food that the person could eat. It's become a real problem in the alimentation. Before we tell the anorexia athletica. Environmental. Well, I think that this is the most important part. Well, the media, to wait to the person to consume, establish an ideal image of a person have to be an ideal athlete, an ideal student, an ideal person, an ideal professional. And in the athlete way, they all the time are putting on the radio, on the television, and all the media, the ideal of a person has to be like an information of miracle product that make you lose a lot of weight, and the series with beautiful people, how to say, the ideal of a perfect athlete with someone very muscular and with a good alimentation could this really affect the society and make it an idea and make pressure to the people to get better and get that invasion of ideals. The bullying is one of the important kinds, as we say in the media, that they work as a ballet, as in athleticism and the gym. It's very important the body that they have. Some kinds of mates are very cruel with the person and attacks him often, and this can be a very reason. And this are because of the treatment. Exist two types of treatments. One of them are psychological treatment that exist in some associations here in Mexico to control eating disorders. They are treated with a psychologist to try to convince him that the good alimentation is very important in their lives. Also, the doctors have to be in there. They have to regulate the problem that they had received for the anorexia athletica, like the osteoporosis, low force in the bones. They have to set ribotril at control density, and they have to receive a lot of medicines and vitamins to cure the dry skin that they get sometimes. Like in the video that the girl broken a lot of bones training because they were upset. The medical treatment had to try it. Another thing is a nutritionist that has to make a specialized diet for the person who suffers anorexia athletica to recover their normal body and the normal nutriment that a person has to be. And also, it's very important the feeding education, because the person sometimes believes that some kind of foods and vitamins are good to the body, and they have a lot of myths of the feeding. It sometimes can problem, and they have to deny that means for the healthy psychological health of the patient.
I'm going to talk about the prognosis. First thing I want to talk about is the rate of success of the treatment. The rate of success of the treatment is about 50%. This depends on the personal motivation of the patient, the help of friends and family to the patient, because the patient don't have help of the family and the friends. There are a lot of work to cure the sickness. And it depends equal in how advanced is the sickness, because the sickness is too advanced, the treatment is too lower rate of success. The life after the treatment is too hard to the patient, because if he doesn't have a good motivation, a good help of her parents, her friends, they fall back into the sickness. This is the common thing the patients have, and they have. Any patient in this sickness have a full life observation to don't fall back in the sickness. There are some consequences they have on the sickness, like dry hair and hair, difficult to sleep and insomnia, deficiency of vitamins and minerals, hair problems, and the women have amenorrhea. This is the loss of menstrual period. The prevention, in the principal way, is the parents. Why? The parents have if the parents in the childhood are obsessed with the weight of the person, with excessive exercise, with excessive diet, the person who grow with these things in the mind, the way to have the way to control the overweight of the child is doing exercise, but in the recreative way, not in the excessive way.
We would like to show you another video about how the media impacts in the people. It's not really relative with anorexia athletica, but I think it's related with all the topic about eating disorders, and it shows how the media affects the girls when they are growing up and how they think it is